a ball boy in his own country, small country, ball boy, go to the academy with 13 years old and have to play in the first team, in his own team, in the hurry. Stay there a lot of years and have to become a manager with 37 years old and in 4 years destroyed football. It's me. It's me.
Can we all acknowledge that Pep Guardiola is one of one, and that he's in a totally different lane than other managers? There are managers who win trophies, build teams, create errors, and leave memories behind. But Pep Guardiola did something even bigger than that. He changed how football is played, and when people talk about the modern game, Pep is basically the godfather. Inverted fullbacks, positional play, building from the back, goalkeepers playing like they're field players, center backs stepping into midfield. He made all of those. Of course, he didn't invent every single idea, but Pep took ideas, sharpened them, evolved them, and all the footballing world could do is sit there and take notes. That right there is influence. He dominated Spain with Barcelona. He created one of the greatest teams football I've ever seen. Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Dani Alves, not just great players, but players who became symbols of a whole footballing philosophy. Then he went to Germany and dominated with Bayern Munich. 3 Bundesliga titles in 3 seasons, and set up a system that Bayern are still succeeding with today. Then he came to England, the league people said would expose him. Too physical, too fast, too chaotic, too competitive. And then he turned Manchester City into an absolute dynasty. 6 Premier League titles, a domestic treble, a Champions League, a continental treble, and 4 league titles in a row. Something no English team in top flight history has ever done before. And personally, as a City fan myself, he didn't just give me trophies. He gave me moments and memories that will stay with me forever. Our first Champions League, that night against Inter, Rodri's goal, the relief, the feeling that the one thing people always used to use against us was finally gone. The 4 in a row, something that may never be repeated. The 100-point season, the Centurions. The football was ridiculous. It felt like City were playing a whole different sport. The players he built and evolved. De Bruyne becoming one of the greatest Premier League midfielders ever. Bernardo becoming the ultimate big game technician. Stones basically turning into a midfielder that treble winning season. Rodri becoming the best controller in the world and a Ballon d'Or winner. Even players like Akanji, Ake, Sane, Grealish, and even the modern players like Shirky, Savinho, all of them shaped by Pep's demands. And even in this season, in what felt like a transitional year for City, Pep still found a way to win. They didn't win the league. Arsenal finally got over the line, but still, Pep added silverware with the domestic cup double and kept City right near the top of English football. That's the standard he created. A down year for Pep Guardiola still ends with trophies. That's how ridiculous his era has been. And maybe that's the biggest compliment you can give him. He's normalized greatness, and he made winning feel expected. He made dominance feel normal, and he made football feel like chess at full speed. Love him or hate him, Pep Guardiola is the most influential manager of the modern era. Not just because of what he won, but because after Pep, football was never played the same way again. His influence genuinely spread everywhere. Look at the modern game now. So many of the top coaches either worked under Pep, played under Pep, studied Pep, or built their ideas in response to Pep. Mikel Arteta was his assistant, and now he's a Premier League winner. Xabi Alonso played under him at Bayern, and he went unbeaten with Leverkusen. Vincent Kompany was his captain at City, and now he's a German champion and made it to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Even coaches who never worked with him directly have had to adapt because of the world Pep created. And that's how you know someone is truly influential. It's not just that they win, it's that everyone else is speaking their language, and Pep's language is everywhere now. The goalkeeper has to be good with his feet. The center backs have to know how to break lines. The fullback has to understand midfield spaces. That is Pep's football. He made technical excellence non-negotiable. And if I'm being totally honest, I think one of the biggest things Pep has changed was the identity of English football itself. Before Pep came to England, the Premier League was always known for being fast, physical, emotional, chaotic. And that was part of what made it great. The tackles, the transitions, the directness, the intensity. English football had its own soul. But Pep came in and forced England to evolve. Not necessarily saying it was a bad thing. He didn't remove the intensity, he just added control to it. He showed you that you could dominate the most physical league in the world through technique, structure, and intelligence. He made England value build-up play differently. He made clubs care more about press resistance, positional rotations, technical midfielders, and defenders who can play. Now you watch Premier League teams and everyone wants to build out the back. Everyone wants a keeper who can pass, and everyone wants a midfield who can control the whole game. That's not just an accident. That is Pep's shadow over the entire game, and to be honest, his influence goes even deeper than England. You can argue he shaped a huge part of Spanish football identity too. That 2010 Spain World Cup winning team wasn't literally Barca, but the heartbeat of that team was Barcelona. Puyol, Piqué, Busquets, Xavi and Iniesta, Pedro, Valdez, and David Villa had just signed for Barca before the tournament. The way Spain controlled games, suffocated opponents, kept the ball, trusted these small technical midfielders, and treated possession like it was a weapon. That was deeply connected to the Barca era Pep helped to perfect. Of course, Spain already had their own football culture. There were many brilliant managers, brilliant players, and brilliant influences that shaped it. So I'm not saying Pep alone created Spain, but Pep's Barcelona became the clearest, most dominant expression of that idea. And once the world saw Barcelona dominate club football, then Spain dominate international football, football changed forever. Small technical midfielders were no longer seen as luxuries. Possession wasn't just pretty football anymore. Control became the name of the game, and that's what Pep did. He made domination beautiful, but also ruthless. And maybe that's why we probably won't ever get another personality like him ever again. Because Pep isn't just a tactician. He's not just a calm genius drawing patterns on a drawing board. He's obsessed, completely obsessed. This is a man who can be up 3-0 and still look angry because one player is 2 yards out of possession. A man who can win everything and still come back the next season hungry, like he has something to prove. A man who made football feel like perfection was possible, then got angry whenever his team fell short of it. That's the thing with Pep. He's addicted to winning. But even more than that, he's addicted to domination. And over time, he's convinced the footballing world that anything less than that is not enough. That's why his standards feel almost unfair. A normal manager wins trophies and gets praised. Pep wins trophies and people ask, why didn't he win more beautifully? That's the world he created for himself. He's normalized greatness so much that greatness started feeling normal, and that's why he's one of one. Not because of the trophies, not because of what he did with Barcelona, Bayern, or Manchester City, but because Pep Guardiola changed what football expects from itself. He changed what players have to become. He changed what coaches have to study. He helped define an era of Spanish football. And he built Manchester City a dynasty that will give us moments we'll never forget. The Champions League, the 4 in a row, the treble, the players he's evolved, the football he's made us believe was possible. Pep Guardiola is the man who knows how to win, influence, and dominate. And that's why when we look back at this era, we won't just remember Pep as one of the greatest managers ever. We remember him as the man who made football speak his language.